I stayed up to watch one of the greatest performances in an NBA game I've ever seen in my life.
Same.
And this series between OKC and the Spurs, we said yesterday it was going to be a classic. I think this is going to be one of the best series we will ever see. If we get similar games to last night, yeah, brother, because that game, back and forth, sensational play after sensational play. You got Caruso saving OKC literally the whole night. You got Wemby then coming back. You got Harper on the Spurs playing out of his mind, coming into the starting lineup for De'Aaron Fox. You got so many good players on the court. Shai didn't have a good game. Shai was really and truly, he was bad last night. But you can see how good his team is, that he does not have to be good for them to be in a game with near enough the two best teams in the playoffs. So what were your thoughts watching the game, man? Because double overtime win, Wembanyama, historical night. What were your thoughts?
Touch wood, Wemby stays healthy for at least 10 years. Because we might just see the new greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to maybe do it from a scoring statistical point of view, but just everything he's going to deliver. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was so weird because early in the game, you were just like, oh yeah, Wemby's not scoring that much. But the impact that he had, bro, OKC, they're driving into the paint and then they're just turning around. They're not even doing floaters. Like, and I'm like, bro. And of him seeing SGA get MVP, the ceremony before, he even said it after the game. He felt some type of way. Because I saw a video where Stephon Castle even comes up and sits next to him just to basically be around him as they're giving Shai the trophy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he took that shit personal. Bro, like, it's the fact that he's up for it. He wants this fight. Man's laughing at them. Well, like, Shai's all grabbing him. And someone even tweeted it was like the Green Goblin was on Wemby's elbow telling him to this. I know, I said it. But yeah, he was just, and we knew he was going to be up for it because one is OKC and two, Chet's on the other side. Where he hates him for some reason. Only God knows why. He even said they're not in the same league.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, like, that was one of the most, not only dominant displays, that's one of the best playoff performances I've ever seen. And for that to be in his first playoff run, in his first conference finals game, I was like, yeah, the league's in trouble, man. It's in big trouble. Big trouble. And also for OKC, he mentioned Caruso. Jalen Williams showed how crucial he is for them. Because we've been talking about how even better their record is without him. But they need J-Dub in the postseason.
They need him in this series.
Yeah, but just in general, like, yeah, for these kind of series, especially because, again, like we said the other day, we saw it in the NBA Finals last year when he went for 40 points. Like, Shai's not going to go off every night. Shai needs to bounce back because they actually troubled him and they dealt with him well. And the plus-minus, OKC's plus-minus was better with him off the floor. It was in the plus, and when he was on the floor, it was in the minus. So it's like the MVP got to step up, show why he is the MVP, overcome whatever Spurs are throwing at him. But again, the Spurs, OKC need to take game 2, and then I think we'll have the series that we want. Because if the Spurs win the next game, yeah, Spurs are winning in 5.
Yeah. It's Spurs time to get greedy now, boys. It's time to get greedy. And if you can win game 2 without De'Aaron Fox there, if you can manage to get back to San Antonio 2-0, no De'Aaron Fox, I ain't even playing him. I'm saying, bro, guess I'm not playing him. I'm saying, bro, get as healthy as you need to get. Well,
no, they need him. They need him. Because even there was aspects of last night's game when I thought, all right, it's not that it was getting away from them, because each time they were in the league anyway, and then they're letting OKC back in. And they needed his experience just to, there's certain, like, in terms of the floor general aspect, because obviously Stephon Castle was doing it, but 11 turnovers.
Yeah.
Like, That's high, and he's not used to this usage like that.
But Joe, you got to remember, we spoke about this yesterday. We said turnovers are going to be the key. 11 turnovers, and you still win the game.
Yeah.
And I say 11 turnovers of one man. They're the
One
most
man.
turnovers yesterday that they've probably had this season in a game, and they still win. So it's like they didn't play to their full potential. I know OKC didn't, but you're never going to get you're probably not going to get a Caruso game like that again. You're probably not going to get a Shai game like that again. But you're moving like the San Antonio Spurs didn't have their best team on the floor first off, and didn't play their best game either, and won in your building. So how do you expect to beat them? That's what
the best player. Your best player had he had his best game. Do you know what I mean? Because that was a slack. And this is my only concern with Wemby for the rest of the series. How much he obviously last night he overcame it, but his size exerting that much pressure or energy, because he played, I think, nearly 49 minutes. And that's always been the problem with people of his size, of like their durability, I should say, not duration. So fingers crossed. Obviously, if they're playing every other day, then can you match that performance? Defensively, he'll always hold his level. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, he's young still, so he should still have the energy somewhat. But they manage him well. Obviously, yesterday I think it was a bit. They were managing him well, to be fair. But it got to a point where if he was off the floor, you could see OKC start driving straight to the rim. It's like we sometimes just need you on the floor, even if you're not doing anything. Just be there so they don't shoot any layups or floaters. Make them shoot a tougher shot, and it forces them into turnovers. So yeah, him just being on the floor as a presence sometimes is enough. Not doing much, but just him being there's enough. So yeah, man, it'll be game one was sensational.
Man shot the 3 from the same spot Steph did in that arena. I said, what?
Yeah.
And the worst thing I saw when I posted on the gram, I saw you were the first person that watched it. I was like, of course you're watching.
Yeah.
I was like, bruv, man 7'5", and he just pulled up with 38 seconds or how many other seconds and just shot that 3. I was like, broski, like. And the worst thing, he had space to keep on driving.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it was a 2-for-1 opportunity. It was a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Was that high? Because like even the other players were coming back from the other end of the court, so he could have still gone. His confidence was that high. Boom. And the picture of just like, or the standstill when he's looking at his bench and they're all just looking at him. I was like, bro, if the Spurs win this trip, obviously talk is slightly premature, but if the Spurs win this trip, one, you can easily say he's the best player in the world already.
Yeah.
And two, the league's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because again, Stephon Castle was here too. Dylan Harper was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Both ends of the floor. The one mistake he made when they hit a 3, he lost his man.
He didn't box out. He didn't box out for the rebound first off, and then he didn't close out for the 3. Yeah. And
the head coach had to go at him and stuff, but Dylan Harper's an absolute joke. It's like, bro, this is a starting guard. And do you know what was insane? Like in the death, I say in the death, but like obviously in overtime, both sides, their wings were all I think 6'5", 6'6". I was like, this is crazy. I was like, these two teams, the way they're matched up, it's just they both got unicorns, but one's a real unicorn. Chet needs to OKC need Chet to stand up, bruv. He needs to stand up.
Yeah, he does. Because now he can't. Even if you're not putting up the same points as Wemby, you need to trouble him. We can't have Caruso, J. Will guarding him. You need to do something, bro. Don't be standing there watching him bully your other players. Go and guard him, because you saw in the last position of the normal period, he blocked the shot.
Yeah,
and I know he was a help defender at that point, but you can be the one to guard him. There's the reason why you got Hartenstein and Chet, got you.
No. On that, you saying that there was a time in overtime, he came through as a help defender, but he froze, and then he fouled Wemby. Wemby got that on and won.
The dunk or the dunk?
The dunk.
Yeah.
But it's because he wasn't brave. Like I could tell he froze in that moment and then went to go. But yeah, sorry, go on.
No. It was the same sort of thing. I'm just thinking that OKC need to do something different on Wemby. Also, one last thing during the overtime period. Do you remember before Wemby hit the free? What happened? AJ went down the court and decided to shoot a free when there was a 2-on-1. And he shooting that free was the reason that they got the long rebound and were able to go back down the court. Because, bro, he did not have to shoot that free, first off. He could have dribbled out, taken his time.
Or drove to the basket.
Just drove.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the killer for them. Because at that point, I thought, okay, OKC have wrapped this game up. Because if they score there, even 2, they go up 5. Do you get what I mean? They go up 5, but he shoots the free to try and go up 6. And I'm thinking, bro, why have you shot the free? Long rebound. It's literally transition. Wemby then hits the 3. They're now going, the Spurs now in a 2-for-1 situation. And I was like, bro, you didn't even watch the clock. Because if you watched the clock, you could have ran it down to a point where the Spurs only have, it turns into a game where foul, free throws. That's what it would turn into. But decision making for OKC, and I know they're not known for bad decision making, so you can see it kind of got to them last night.
Yeah, because I think like 2 other fast breaks where they had a 2-on-1 and they didn't convert. One of them, Shai was fouled, but Shai didn't complain. He was fouled on that one.
He also should have passed it to Caruso.
Yeah, he should have passed it Caruso, definitely. But the point you made about Caruso having to guard Wemby, I think that eventually wore on Caruso when he was down the other end. He missed 1 or 2 late odd threes. Do you know what I mean? And for instance, if he done as good of a job as he could on Wemby, and then played all. Caruso was superb. That's probably the best game he's ever had in his career, and they've wasted his best game because I think if he got 2 more points or so, it would have been his career high across the floor. It was his playoff career high, but it would have been his career high across the floor. But he kept them in the game in the first half. Don't let it get ridiculous. But the one thing I said, I think end of third quarter, I was like, OKC went on a little run. I was like, the Spurs don't let OKC win the third quarter because that's their thing. And perfectly, they both scored 29 points in the third quarter. I said, all right, the Spurs are a
serious team. They're up 7 going into the last quarter.
Yeah.
So
go on.
No.
I was just gonna say, even in these runs, it was J-Dub that was bringing them OKC back in it. So yeah, it's the thing that hurt OKC in the first half. They missed a lot of wide open threes.
Yes.
Corner
at one point, it was just clanking. You know, I was just hearing ding, ding, ding. I was thinking, bro, stop shooting these threes. If you drive to the basket and Wemby blocks it, right? He blocks it. But you have to challenge him at some point. If you're not going to challenge him at all, he's going to just chill there. And then then everyone else is basically playing defense and all your other players. Now you're stuck outside the 3-point line. So you got to try something else at some point. And if you're going to drive in with some intent. Drive to dunk. Because that's what most men were trying to do. If they were driving, they're making sure they got underneath the basket enough so they could throw it down so Wemby can't block it. So, yeah, man, it was...
That's where someone like... And Tash said in the comments, that's where Chet comes in, because Chet's the only one that has the size. Because OKC's like, they've not got wings that are proper small forward types. Do you know what I mean?
They're more like garnish.
Where like, for instance, if it's a KD to an extent, but LeBron or Giannis, they can actually physically impose themselves on Wemby. Yeah. And even if they're not going to dunk, they're going to move him. And that's what you need to do. It's like, it's not intimidate, because you're not going to intimidate him, like, but you're going to make him think like we can move you as well. Because I was just even thinking, I was like, the way Wemby's special and a generational talent, I wish Steph and LeBron were in their primes, so we could see how everyone maneuvers each other. Because Steph is just fit; he just runs around the whole court, so he's going to make everyone tired. He's made LeBron tired. LeBron will just. You ain't got enough bricks in your back pocket. I don't care if you're 7'5". You're gonna block me, but you're gonna be hurt as well.
Yeah, of course.
And this is where people were talking about it, like saying, this is where, if, for instance, if OKC lose a series, they have to fully go for Giannis, because I think Giannis right now is the only player in the NBA that could match up with Wemby. He's not going to stop him, but match up with him.
Yeah, right now. But does the NBA even allow that trade to happen?
OKC's got. Hey, this ain't no David Stern. The worst thing, the Spurs can trade for Giannis as well because they've got the picks and the
Yeah.
Imagine a front court of Giannis and Wemby.
Yes, right off, man. Right off. It's done. It's done. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where Giannis goes actually, because he's been on this. I don't want to be in a super team. So will he want to go to somewhere like that? But at this point, if you want to win, bro, you got to go to somewhere where there's superstars, players. You can't go to anywhere and think you're going to just carry a team by yourself. Like the Spurs are building what the Warriors built through the draft. So they're doing their thing. So yeah, man, it will be interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Apparently, Giannis wants to stay in the East, but boy, if one of those two teams coming for you, or for instance, the Timberwolves, because obviously Timberwolves actually tried to trade for him on deadline day this year, but yeah, I just hope we get at least a 6-game special from this series of what they've already given to us on game 1 last night.
I'll be real. If we just get 4 of those games that we got last night, I don't mind.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But no, one of the most special performances we've seen in NBA history from the alien himself.